Hello everyone, warm welcome to all of you. I'm Assistant Professor Nikita Bag and I'm conducting the topic carbohydrate chemistry. In previous lecture, we have seen the some reactions of carbohydrates, which is oxidation reaction, reduction reaction, acylation, etc. After that, oxazone formation, mechanism of oxazone formation, Killian-Fischer synthesis, rough degradation, etc. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to see the cyclic structure of a monosaccharides hemiacetal formation. Okay. Now, we are taking here glucose structure, open chain of glucose. Okay. Now, see here, the oxygen having lone pair attack on this carbon atom and we get six-membered cyclic compound. Two six-membered cyclic compound because of this OH. Here this OH is right hand side and here this OH is left hand side. When we attack lone pair on the carbon atom, we form a closed structure, means cyclic structure, and that's why we are having anomeric carbon. What is anomeric carbon? Now see here, the in between two oxygen there is a carbon, which is we called it as anomeric carbon. In another way, in between two heteroatoms there is a one carbon atom, what we call it as anomeric carbon. Okay. Now see the percentage of these compounds. The open chain compound having 0.02% and cyclic compound having 64 and 36%. In cyclic compound, here the beta D glucose having 64% and alpha D glucose having 36%. These both are anomers because of anomeric carbon is present. But now see here, why here beta D glucose having 64% and alpha D glucose having 36%? This is because of mutarotation. What is mutarotation? So see the specific rotation of a pure alpha D glucose or beta D glucose change over time to reach an equilibrium. Means here at equilibrium beta D glucose is a stable compound. That's why the rate of beta D glucose is more. Okay. Means beta D glucose is more stable at equilibrium as compared to alpha D glucose. Beta D glucose is a more stable compound. Now see notes. If an aldose can form a 5 or 6 membered ring, it will exist predominantly as a cyclic hemiacetal. 6 membered ring are called pyranose and 5 membered ring called it as furanose. A sugar with a aldehyde, a ketone, a hemiacetal or hemiacetal group is a reducing sugar. Okay, remember that points. Next is the structure of a cyclic sugar can be best representation by the Howard projection. Means the cyclic structure we are represented by the Howard projection. The simplest way or the काय म्हणता येईल त्याला, the simplest way आणि the एकदम असं काय म्हणता येईल यार, सिंपल वे की ज्याच्याने आपण आपलं जे ऑक्सिजन असतात OH ग्रुप असतात ते आपण फाइंड करू शकतो की ते अपवर्ड डायरेक्शनला आहे की डाऊनवर्ड डायरेक्शनला आहे, अबाव द प्लेन आहे की बिलो द प्लेन आहे, ते फाइंड करण्यासाठी आपण हावर्थ प्रोजेक्शन फॉर्म्युला हा यूज करू शकतो, जो बेनिफिशियल आहे भरपूर. Now see here alpha D glucopyranose, we are taking here alpha D glucopyranose and alpha D glucopyranose in Fischer projection formula seen like this. But when we drawn it as Howard projection formula, we get like this structure. In this compound, see this 1, 2, 2 OH are below the plane, and 2 third OH is above the plane, fourth OH is below the plane, and fifth is CH2OH is at above the plane. Means see in Fischer projection formula 1, 2, 3. These 3 OH are right hand side, or these 3 OH are between ring, between the ring. That's why these 3 OH are below the plane. Okay, means when the OH are right hand side, then we drawn it below the plane, and when the OH are left hand side, then we shown it at above the plane. Okay, see the second example, beta D glucopyranose. Here beta D glucopyranose, the OH is right hand side. Here the OH is right hand side, and here the OH is left hand side. Now see in this Howard projection formula, the OH is now up direction, and second OH is downward direction, which is right hand side. After that, this OH is upward direction, which is left hand side. After that, this OH is downward direction, which is right hand side. Means right hand side having OH are showing downward direction, and left hand side OH are upward direction. Now see alpha D ribofuranose. In this structure, the 5-membered ring is present. In this 5-membered ring, this all OH are downward direction because of they are showing at right hand side. See 1, 2, 3. 3 OH are downward direction. And here the first OH is left hand side, that's why it denoted by upward side. The Howard projection formula allow us to see the relative orientation of the OH group in the ring. Means the OH are above the plane or below the plane. Okay. See the next. The ketones also exist predominantly in cyclic form. Means see here the keto structure means alpha D fructofuranose having the Howard projection because of the cyclic structure. See here, same as like aldose, these two OH are right hand side, that's why we are denoted downward direction. Second and fourth OH. Second and fourth OH are right hand side, that's why second and fourth OH are downward direction in Howard projection formula. See in beta D fructopyranose 6-membered ring, which is 6-membered ring in this CH2 OH OH OH, these three are right hand side, that's why in Howard projection formula we are showing downward side CH2OH OH and this OH. Okay, now next, beta D glucose is more stable. We are seen in this slide, see here, beta D glucose is more stable. In muta-rotation, beta D glucose is more stable. The percentage of beta D glucose is more because of muta-rotation. And in this example, beta D, glucose is more stable because of a steric hindrance also. See here, Fischer projection formula of glucose, then alpha D glucose, ring structure of alpha D glucose, then chair form of alpha D glucose, then here Fischer projection formula of glucose, then beta D glucose and chair form of beta D glucose. Here the alpha D glucose, in this alpha D glucose the OH is axial position, and in beta D glucose OH is equatorial position. Means equatorial position OH is more stable as compared to axial OH. Okay, see the beta D glucose is a predominant form at equilibrium, means the equatorial position is a favorable position for beta D glucose. Acylation of a monosaccharide. The OH group of a monosaccharide shows the chemistry of typical alcohols. Means in this reaction we're taking beta D glucose. In this we are add the excess of a CH3 COO CO CH3 means acid twice OH means acetyl anhydride, and in presence of a pyridine. Okay, when we add acid twice O in excess form, this all hydrogens are removed and the C double bond OCH3 group is attached to the oxygen. Okay, see here, this all OH, all hydrogens are removed and we get the C double bond OCH3, C double bond OCH3 at all positions, which is what we call it as pentaoxyacetyl beta D glucose, means acetal formation. Okay, next is alkylation of the OH group. Here, alkylation of the OH group beta D glucose in presence of a excess of a CH3I and Ag twice O. This all hydrogens are removed and we get CH3 over there and we get methyl tetraoxymethyl beta D glucoside. Okay, next is formation of a glucoside. Now see, the acetal or ketal of a sugar is called as glucoside. Now we are taking here beta D glucose or beta D glucopyranose and we are adding CH3CH2OH alcohol group in presence of H plus, and then we get the OCH2CH3 at a position of OH. This OH is a anomeric carbon containing OH. Okay, the glucosidic bond, it called it as glucosidic bond, and we get ethyl beta D glucoside or ethyl beta D glucopyranoside. Okay, we get two products, means the alpha product and beta product. Beta product means this compound is at equatorial position, and here alpha compound means the compound is incoming group is axial position. Now see the mechanism of glucoside formation. In this we are taking cyclic structure of glucose. This anomeric OH is oxygen lone pair is abstract this proton and contain positive charge. Then this lone pair is the driving force for the removal of water. Then this lone pair is shifted over here. The water will get removed and we get an oxocarbanion ion. After that we add CH3CH2OH. This CH3CH2OH is attacked from upside or attacked from downside. Two possibilities are there. Then when this group attack from upside or downside, this bond will shifted over oxygen and oxygen get neutralized. After that we get one product as axial and second product is equatorial. Removal of H plus ion, we get the glucoside compound, which is beta D glucose or alpha D glucose, both beta D or alpha D glucose. Okay, formation of an N-glucoside. In this mechanism is the same like glucoside formation, only the incoming group is different. We are taking here aniline. This aniline is remove this OH group. Okay, see here, we are taking this compound in presence of aniline. This OH will remove and we get the N-glucoside compound, which is N-phenyl alpha D ribosylamine. Okay, and N-phenyl beta D ribosylamine, alpha compound and beta compound. Alpha means downward direction, beta means upward direction. Okay. Now, the anomeric effect. The formation of a glucoside favors the alpha glucoside product because of anomeric effect. In previous slide, we have seen the beta D glucose compound is a stable compound at equilibrium. Okay. But in anomeric effect, the alpha compound is more stable as compared to beta compound. See here, in beta compound there is a lots of steric hindrance of lone pair. See, lone pair of this oxygen, lone pair of this oxygen, and lone pair of this oxygen. They are together, and here lot of steric hindrances occur. But as compared to this compound, the alpha compound having less steric hindrance. That's why this is more stable. See some reasons for anomeric effect. Okay, first is dipole-dipole interaction. See in this structure, D mannose, beta D mannopyranose, and alpha D mannopyranose. Here, this OH and this OH, this both OH having same side dipole-dipole arrow. That's why here dipole interaction is more. In alpha compound, the dipole-dipole interaction are opposite to each other, and that's why they are cancelled to each other. Dipole-dipole interaction is very less. See here, dipole-dipole interaction in alpha is minimum and beta is maximum. Second is Gauss-Butane interaction. In this Gauss-Butane interaction, in alpha is 1 and in beta is 2. See here, in Gauss-Butane interaction, lone pair and X having interaction here, but here is a only one interaction. But in beta compound, here two lone pairs are available and two interaction are present. That's why the alpha is more stable and beta is less stable. Lone pair interaction. We have seen in previous slide, lone pair interaction in beta compound is more and in alpha compound is less. Okay. Last is electrostatic interaction. In electrostatic interaction, in alpha is less and beta is more. In today's lecture, we are seeing the formation of ring, muta rotation, stability, some reactions, formation of glucoside and its mechanism, anomeric effect, and their reasons. In next lecture, we are going to see the disaccharides, polysaccharides, compounds. Okay.